In a day, we are going to be going on our vacation. And where shall we go on our vacation, you might ask? We are going to Ireland. And for fun, I'm taking one of the bottles that me and my dad dug up. Back in the 70s, we dug this bottle up. And we're going to be taking it with us. And on it, it says Dublin. And it also says Belfast. Both areas that we're going to go to. And we're going to be taking it back to where it came from 140 or 150 years ago. But I'll tell you a little bit more about it because it's kind of an odd shape. It used to be kind of a weird thing when I was a kid that we'd dig them up and I'm like going, huh. But this thing floated across the ocean way back when and made its way across the United States to Nevada to a ghost town. But I'll tell you a little bit more about the history of it and what we're going to do with this bottle when we go to Ireland. Stand by. So that bottle is Cantrell and Cochrane's. They were one of the biggest soda producer in the world at the time. They had a factory, the first factory up in Belfast, and they had one in Dublin too. And they had all kinds of different types of soda water. They came up with the club soda, and they actually patented the name, so that's where the club soda came from. It was from them. They were chemists, and they came up with this idea to bottle water, but put flavors in it. They even had sarsaparilla, I think one of the first. This is their factory up in Belfast. And like I say, they had one in Dublin too. This is more Belfast, where the bottle was actually made. Possibly, it could have been in Dublin too. They packed them up in these little crates. But I'm going to take it and we're going to launch it into the sea with a little message. These is actually the shape of them, made them so you couldn't stand them up. And the reason why is it would keep the cork wet if it was on its side and it preserved the stuff that was in there. And they even say that they used them sometimes for ballast in boats. So I'm sure that they were empty and they would just sit there, pack the boats, whatever, with this little bottle. But it's kind of a unique bottle. I just remember my dad finding them and I'm like going, thinking, this is one weird bottle. I've got a few of them downstairs, but this one is going to sea, and no pun intended, because it is going to go to sea. I have a place in Dublin that I know where we're going to go out to basically a dock or a pier type thing, and then chuck it out into the sea. And hopefully it floats out, and hopefully it doesn't sink. I'm going to take a spare, or I might have to test this one out, put the cork in it, and then test it out in water to make sure that it is actually it'll float. But yeah, I don't want it to sink to the bottom. I want it to actually go out and be able to go to somebody and be able to them to find it. Who knows? It might go to Scotland. It might go to England. But or maybe it'll just keep on going, go to China. But yeah, it's a cool bottle.